Good to see you, Jack. Welcome. Let's let everyone join the room before we begin our tour. Welcome to the Meatpacking District. Welcome to Washington Street and Gansevoort. Good to see you there, Blondie. Welcome. Welcome. We are at the southern end of the Highline Park. This is where the Highline finishes. Ed, we're going to go for a nice long walk, man. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you, Ed. Welcome to the Highline Park. Good to see you, Tiffany. This is the first notification you've seen. Okay, awesome. I'm glad you got a notification. Well, after all these years, I cannot believe the first section of the Highline Park was opened back in 2003. We're going to walk up the entire Highline with the section of the Highline that they were supposed to destroy called the Spur. We're going to get your steps in, Ed, and then some. We're going to get your steps in and then some. But here we are, Meatpacking District, the West Village, or the Lower West Side, as some people call it. No notifications, but you saw my post earlier. Awesome. If you don't forget, if notifications aren't working for you, I know this sounds crazy, unsubscribe, resubscribe, and then hit the notification bell, and that should work. I know that sounds crazy and ridiculous, but you know, Susan Wojcicki only would have the best. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is 3:30. It is time to start our little walking tour. And here we are, Washington at Gansevoort Street. Good to see you, Chris MG. Everyone follow Chris MG. This is a fantastic YouTuber out there in Grenada. Good to see you, Cecilia. Good afternoon. A beautiful day here in New York. It might rain on us. I don't think it's going to rain, but it might. We do have a possibility of rain. But we'll see what happens. It's a live stream. You never know what's going to happen. Looks like we have a nice strong signal, which is good. Let's see how it holds up when we start walking around. There's one person who keeps tuning in and tuning out. Interesting. Anyway, just make these observations. That's right. Yes. Yes, I know. Yeah, let's see how crazy it's going to get, right? Oh, man. There's something going on at the Whitney. Some kind of interesting music coming from there. Honey Badger, good to see you. Happy Thursday. Shall we do this? Let's do this. Let's walk up the Highline Park. Welcome to the West Side Improvement. Now, you have 10th and 11th Avenues. They used to be freight trains that went up 10th and 11th Avenues. And what would happen was that these trains would be like almost like 2 miles long, you know, something crazy like that. And as they made their way down and up the avenues, people would try to cross the streets, killing and maiming themselves in the process. So that they separated. They grade separated the freight train tracks from the streets. But before they separated those tracks, it was so dangerous to cross 10th and 11th Avenues, they called it Death Avenue. That's right. So they created the West Side Improvement. Construction begins in the late 1920s. It's finished in 1932. And this structure that we're on actually went a lot longer than it is today. So it went all the way up from Canal Street all the way up to like 54th Street. But obviously over the years, they cut sections of it down as more and more of it became disused, if you will. But this final section of the Highline Park was finally used in 1980. The last shipment that came down these very way was a shipment of frozen turkeys. But then after that, the structure was vacant for nearly 30 years. And then two guys who live out here, they started the Friends of the Highline. And they got this all together. Good to see you, Winky. Thanks for the linkies, Winky. Look at the flowers. Got a nice color on these. I tell you, the landscape architect of the Highline, his name is Piet Oudolf. He's a Dutch-born landscape architect. He did a really good job of either referencing the stuff that grew here wildly, and he maintained some of the stuff that grew here wildly. Over the 30 years, it was abandoned. Good to see you, Nigel. Welcome. Yeah, right. Leaves on the trees this time. Leaves on the trees. Rather interesting looking tree. Don't know what it is. Would like to know what it is. We'll have to look it up on the internet. What it is. Let me later. Just heads up, I'm a little wacky right now. It's hot. I went over the Brooklyn and Manhattan bridges twice today, so I'm a little wacky right now, guys. I'm a little wacky. Just saying. Haven't had a beer yet. I haven't had a beer yet. I don't know if that's a Japanese tree. I have no idea. I am terrible at horticulture, so if you know your arborism, if you will, figure out what kind of tree that is, because that's a cool looking tree. That's the Whitney Museum right back over there. And it looks like we have some major progress going on with the floating island park that Barry Diller is putting together. You know, without Barry Diller and Diane von Furstenberg, we would not have a Highline Park. Those are the two main people who gave the initial capital to build this park. What is she making? She pouring a beer? I'm always amazed by how close we are to some of the buildings here. I think it's called a cottonnus. Interesting. Ed, you're way too kind. Thank you so much for the super chat. I will definitely, that's actually half my six-pack there, Ed. You just bought me half my six-pack. So you didn't buy me just one beer, you bought me 3 beers. Because I am not buying beer out here on the west side today. That is for sure. I'm gonna wait until I get home. But we have some progress on our floating island park here. Let's check this out. There goes Bill Murray to thank you. So there it is. There's a floating island park that they're in the middle of building. It's gonna be an amphitheater out there. And it's gonna be a waterfall and whatnot. And you see that arch right there? That arch signifies that used to be Pier 54. And that is the dock where the Carpathia came in with the survivors of the Titanic. And then the very next year, Lusitania will leave from this very pier. So that arch is a landmark. That would always be there no matter what. That will not move. But it's coming along nicely. We're gonna get a waterfall in the middle of Hudson River soon. And it's gonna be pretty cool. So I'm gonna see if my hunch is correct, because the southern end of the Highline is rather bucolic right now, nice and chill down here. But I think as I make my way up north here towards Midtown and towards Hudson Yards, it's gonna get a little bit more crowded. And we got a musician here. Let's listen to this musician really quick. Thank you.
You have a song you'd like to hear?
No, I would just walk in the park. Have a good one, man. That's nice. We could have heard a song. Oh, we know what plant that is now? The hunting, okay, I can't even pronounce that, but the smoke bush. I'll call it by that name, the smoke bush. I forgot to get dollar bills ready for the performers. Had to go digging around in my wallet. Sorry about the weird shot right there. Oh, look, it's 14th Street. Oh, my goodness. It's 14th Street. Here it is. The longest street out of the crosstown streets. This is where Manhattan is at its widest point. As we have a crazy 18-wheeler doing truck simulator down there. We're looking towards the east from this perspective here. But it's a beautiful day here in New York. A little warm. Feels like August already. Not gonna lie. Your favorite place. That's right, Winky. Right on. We're right above Diane von Furstenberg's studio. She has an awesome painting of Ruth Bader Ginsburg inside there. It almost looks like a shrine to Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And there's plenty of Instagrams about it. But I think this week is the Highline's birthday, if I'm not mistaken. 20 years ago, we reimagined the rail structure. Yes, I remember when they were doing that. I remember my favorite thing about the Highline is when they were figuring out what they were going to put up here. And they had all these different ideas. I remember one idea where they had the trees and the benches all utilizing the rail here because they had to incorporate the rail into the structure, into the park. And they had an idea of putting like the trees and all the benches all on rollers. And then there was my favorite idea where they were going to put a roller coaster on this thing. But we knew that wasn't going to happen. But as we look out towards the west side now, and there's the Hudson River. And we're going to really meander up here today. We're really going to take our time here. I'm trying not to rush. But of course, in this building right here, this used to be the largest National Biscuit Company factory on the East Coast. We now know that company today as Nabisco. But in this building, in 1912, this is where the Oreo cookie was invented. Yes, Nabisco. Yes, the painting. Yes. Are you talking about the paintings on the door? You might be really far back in the comments. Let's make our way. Let's continue on up. Yeah, it's getting more and more crowded. And we're just a few blocks in to the experience. So as you see, the Highline, you're not allowed to walk your dog up here. You're not allowed to ride a bike up here. The Highline's rather narrow. It's only about 18 feet wide at any given moment. But it's like the ultimate promenade. Ooh, the water thingy is on. I love this water thingy. The birds tend to hang out in here. Good to see you there, Pat. Welcome. I love the water thingy. I forget it has a name to it, and I always forget the name of it. But as we continue on. Oh, the plantings, yes. It's kind of amazing how many amazing volunteers maintain the Highline. It's really nice. It's always good. Just like going to Central Park, you get a lot of amazing people that maintain the place. And wow, everyone's getting snacks galore. Everyone's getting some ice creams. And I see some, I smell chocolate. I smell chocolate and coffee and all this good stuff. Wow, look at all these awesome vendors up here. Ooh, and they got some empanadas and lemonade. Oh my goodness. All the snacks. All the overpriced snacks galore. Ooh, and we have one of those smoke bush trees, right? Smoke trees coming up. Yeah, the water spout thingy. Yes, the water spout thingy. And then the Highline's crescendo coming into shot, and that is Hudson Yards and the edge. You can see the edge right up there at the very top. One of these days we're going to be up there. Yeah, June 7th through 9th. So I guess it's the Highline's birthday. Okay. So we're out here for the Highline's birthday. This is great. And the final section of the Highline opened on Tuesday. So, this is the little construction row here. This is where we begin to hear construction sounds. Let's look at all that construction right up ahead. And this is what we're going to be experiencing in a little bit. This spur. Okay. That it will be our destination. Yes. I cannot wait until the day when there's no more scaffolding on the Highline. I cannot wait for that day. As we cross over 10th Avenue. Fantastic photo spot here. This is where you get some stadium seating and you can kind of view life going on below. Yeah, it's kind of amazing, right, Wilbs? Like each area as we make our way up the Highline here is distinct in feeling and in use. And like in this case here, we got all this shade right here. And these people hanging out, watching 10th Avenue. And then here's our the construction corridor, I like to call this. Construction! It's a construction experience here in New York. See them construct buildings made of concrete and steel. I love how you get so much activity going on. It's like if you ever played that video game Sim City and all the cities are getting built and you hear them building the city. Hello, Phantom. Good to see you. All right, let's do the construction corridor here, and listen to the sounds of construction as we make our way up the Highline. Yes, cheap apartments by the Highline. No. You know, that'll be a good like trivia thing though to find out is which is the cheapest apartment to get along the Highline Park. Yeah, it sounds like Sim City. You know when you're building the city, it sounds like that. That's of course probably one of the more interesting things when you come up the Highline is all the different billboards and street art that you see along the way. Always interesting. They like to work fast. There you go. Well, here we have to work fast because it's just the economics of this place is so that you need to get everything up and running fast. You gotta do it. You gotta come up, Jack. Come on. Yeah, bring back the live shows on the fire escape, right? You remember that story, right? There used to be one of the great protest artists, and she would perform on her fire escape. And I got to see one of those, and it was really damn cool. I'm blanking on her name right now. I'm so angry I'm blanking on my name, but I'm blanking on her name right now. Goodness, lanky tour, welcome. Welcome to the Highline Park. We're just at around 18th Street right now. And we're in the middle of the construction corridor. But I cannot believe it's been this long since the Highline's been open. It's kind of amazing. I remember when they were planning for it, and then they finally settled on the idea, which is a hybrid. So it's basically a simple pathway, but then all the plants and everything, all the plantings reference what grew here wild in the almost 30 years this place was abandoned. But like I said, they still had to incorporate the train tracks into the park. So in case they ever wanted to convert it back to a working freight rail line, which I highly doubt, they could do that. Here's 19th Street. All the big architects have a building here. Norman Foster and Frank Gehry, Jean Nouvel, Zaha Hadid, just to say a few. Renzo Piano. Yes, Patty Heffley, yes. And actually her fire escape's coming up. Her fire escape is we're right down the way. We're right down the way from her fire escape. Yes. You remember that, Chris? That was so cool. She had all the big protest performers, all the big people play on her fire escape. So what story behind that is, and that's her building coming up right over here on the left. She was living in this apartment for who knows how many decades, and then they build the Highline Park, and then they end up inadvertently putting a light right on her fire escape. So she decided, since she was a performer by trade, she started performing and doing performances on her fire escape. And in the end, she ended up getting some of the best, anti protests. Oh, there. Actually, they probably just talked about that with the tour. This is so funny. So thanks for Googling it, Chris. So here is her fire escape. And I wonder if she still lives there, because there's a Bernie Sanders poster on her on her window there. But if you could imagine, I have no idea where she is today. You know, that's something you got to Google up again too, is where she is today. But yeah, she did it up, and then eventually the Highline people made her take down all her stuff. They made her take down all of her lights and everything that she put up herself. And then they took away the light that was shining on her house. So, some interesting art. Interesting. Oh, the power of the live stream. Yeah, you see right in your window, right? I'm waiting for somebody to do that. I'm waiting for somebody to do that, like, on a regular basis, and like make a show out of it, so people will know when to show up to see such nonsense. And it's bound to happen. It's bound to happen eventually. As we keep on making our way up. We're coming up on our little Starchitect corridor now, where all the big Starchitects have their say. Yeah, one of Zaha Hadid's apartments with those floor-to-ceiling windows. Just sit there, read the morning paper. Look at that view of Hudson Yards and the Edge coming into view right there. That's going to be the tallest observation deck in New York City when it's complete. And we'll be up there, you know me.
Oh my God. Again.
Yeah, gotta love the Edge. I hope the Edge actually makes a song just for it, just for the Edge. This is funny. I almost feel like it's Brooklyn Bridge rules. I almost feel like it's Brooklyn Bridge rules over here. Okay, we're gonna take a little breather here. Okay, this guy here who makes a mint selling ice cream. And let's see, we still have our Lady Liberty up here still. Let's see if we have our statue still up. Yes, she's still there. Gotta love this. Oh, she has a gallery, for real? Interesting. Huh, I'm gonna have to look that up and check it out. I'm glad that she's still around. Because that was in my very formative years, in my early 20s, when I got to see that. It was very inspiring, I'm not gonna lie. All right, here comes the corridor with Renzo Piano, and Jean Nouvel, and Frank Gehry, and Zaha Hadid. She was doing a search, and she moved to New York 30 years ago to photograph the punk. That's right, yeah, she was a punk. That's right, she was a punk photographer. Right, that's what I remember. She's still there? She's still living in her same apartment? That'd be pretty cool. She hasn't moved. As we approach 23rd Street, let's take a look out onto 23rd. Here is our 23rd Street. Oh, he's still looking. Oh, okay. That was the tallest building in 1909. The building with the golden egg on top, that was the the original Metropolitan Life building. She would be 65 about now. Awesome. Just hear the shutters go off, the camera shutters go off. As of course now we have the amazing 5-foot-long selfie sticks. So now, okay, are we ready to make the scene, guys? Are we ready to, we all know what happens just north of 23rd Street, right? Oh, you found a New York Times article about her? Awesome. So we all know what happens when we get north of 23rd Street, right? Who remembers what happens when we go north of 23rd Street? Yes. We're going to see our friends in the windows, right? Who remembers our friends in the windows? It's time. Once we stop, we're going to create a scene. Let's do it. Let's do it. As you see. Oh no, we got some people already stopped looking at it. Ooh, we already have some people stopped looking at it. Some very keen people are already looking at it. We'll do it from a couple of angles here. Oh, that's her gallery. Ah, awesome. There's our first little our little glimpse of what's going on here. Always, Wilbs, always. So funny. It's so funny. Hey, there's already people here looking at it, which is nice. I'm glad to see people already looking at our friends here. Yeah, let's go right here. Right here. See, they did a really good job of putting trees in the way. He took down some of them on that window. Yeah, they did a really good job of putting trees around here. They're like put the biggest trees around here. So we could block it. Yeah, let me slide on out of here. Oh, 23rd Street. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with 23rd Street. Yeah, let's keep moving. I hope we get to walk up the vessel again. I'm hoping to see them give out tickets again for that. That'd be pretty cool if that happens. As we make our way up to Chelsea. So we started up in the West Village and the Meatpacking District. Then we came up through Soho, and now we are officially in Chelsea. Once we're north of 23rd Street, we are in Chelsea. We're gonna hang out for a little bit here. Wait for a little break in the parade of humanity. I'm happy we've maintained good signal this whole time.
I'm exaggerating the kids, but that's what it is.
But I cannot wait to climb up the edge. That's gonna be really neat. All right. Looks like we're good to go now. Good to see you, Nebul. Bienvenue. Everyone follow Nebul. He was showing some beautiful stuff on his live stream today out there in Saint-Tropez, doing some special D-Day remembrances out there in Saint-Tropez. After all, yes, no pocket Wi-Fi is around. Yes, you are late to the party. Yes, we've been on for a half hour there, sir. That's okay. It's okay. It's fine to be tardy for the party. Who remembers that horrible song? As we get ready to go over the 26th Street flyover. So this is the structure built on the structure. So as the Highline was abandoned for 30 years, wild trees grew up through the structure. And a lot of these trees are the trees that grew wild. So in order to maintain them and to preserve them, we have this flyover condition here. We fly over now the Highline. We are on a structure built on the Highline, and now we're in a canopy of trees, and the luckiest guy in the Highline is about to pass us. The luckiest lady. Anyone who see this is how you know you cannot ride a bike on the Highline. Look how narrow this is. It's pretty narrow. That's right. Thank you for the links, Winky. That's right. Okay, now this area here, the signal gets a little weird because of all the scaffolding. So I'm going to try to keep moving. If it drops out, just refresh the stream, guys.
That's what did it.
I'll tell you, by New York standards, some of these people walk really slow. And you can't pull over at the little look-offs because of all the construction netting that's around. Okay, we're gonna pull over here for a second. That's right, Winky. We'll be back live on the Music Curiosities on the 27th of June. We're going to be celebrating Pride Month with an all-spectacular lineup of bands that are LGBTQ plus relevant. And the headlining act of that one's going to be Uncle Meg. It's going to be pretty awesome. Oh, look at these trees. Yeah, follow Sideshow Dog. Give him a hot dog. Really am amazed by some of the trees that they have added to the Highline here. It's pretty neat. That's right. Okay. We maintained here. And I can't believe we're almost up by the spur already. That's right, you're walking on, that's right. Fast forward.
That's okay.
That's right, follow Xander Lovecraft. Let's get him up to 1,000 subscribers. Good to see you, Rose. I've had that song that Mario Lanza sings from the Vagabond Prince. Only a rose I give you. So here comes Zaha Hadid's building right here. This is the one we want to drink orange juice completely naked in, right? Yeah, let's go nice and slow and chill. Oh, this is new. They have some sculptures. Ooh, it's really narrow here. I gotta keep moving. Okay, I see where I'm gonna stand here. Look at this, guys. This is really cool. Look at this. All right, you love it? That's on somebody's roof. It's even more crazy. It's a smart move, Wilbs. A smart move. It's pretty cool. I like that. Exactly. Yeah, make sure you get the curtains up. Oh, somebody's living in this one. Oh, somebody's living in that one. The Highline does close at 9 o'clock at night, so maybe they could open up their blinds then. Yeah, that's New York for you. Oh yeah, you hear French talking every day, Nibble, every day. Like, I can't imagine having coffee or anything like that this close to the park. I can't imagine that. But this is Zaha Hadid's apartment. I believe the penthouse is going for like 22 million, something like that. It's like a Star Trek building. That's the one that if me and my wife hit the lottery, we're gonna waste it. Well, we want the penthouse. We want to be on at least the 8th floor, so we avoid the Highline. We avoid the Highline views. There's something like that. Something like 22 mil. That's actually not a lot in New York State real estate. Like we have apartments that sell for 50, and the most expensive apartment, which is going to sell soon, it's going to be at 220 Central Park South, and that's going to scheduled to be sold for the penthouse anyway. It's going to be scheduled to sell for 220 million. I don't know where these people are coming from with all this crazy money, but like I look at buildings like this. Like you could find this down the block from my house, this style of building right here. And, you know, who knows how expensive it is to live inside of here. Especially in an old building like that from the 19 teens. Yeah, if I hit the lottery, I will hire you as my main IT guy. You're going to be the one setting up the shows. Nebu will be my official contact into south of France. You know, the Russian billionaire with the yacht pulled into town this morning. Crikey, that is a lot. That is a lot. All right, we're crossing 30th Street, so now we are officially Midtown West, Hudson Yards. It is time. Will I be giving out loans? Maybe. If I like you, if you have a mortgage, I'll pay up your mortgage. That's always one of my. That's why I like to play when it hits 400 million or something like that. You know, I'll pay off everyone's mortgages. One could dream. All right, here comes the shed coming into view, and the spur is going to take us up to the right-hand side. Yeah, your friend, your Russian friend who's worth $50 billion. The guy is so cheap. He parked his yacht. He parked his yacht in front of the Statue of Liberty because you don't have to pay any mooring fees over there. And he was doing that for a really long time. And then like the city had to come in and be like, "Yo, pay for a normal dock." All right. Here comes the spur. Here comes the spur, which is over there. So the spur was actually a section of the superstructure here, part of the West Side Improvement, which they were going to demolish. But luckily, the folks at Hudson Yards decided to incorporate it into their system here, into their development. But then once we do this, that means we have officially walked every inch of the park. There's our vessel off in the distance. And hopefully we'll get to climb up it. But first, let's do it. Oh, here's a great picture of the Highline when it was still abandoned. How cool is that? And that's kind of looking out right here. The spur. So here it is. Yeah, money, other problems, exactly. Here it is. Here's our final section. Yeah, it's kind of amazing, huh?
7 p.m.
Kind of amazed how this building kind of towers over us here. The nice thing I could say about this is that it's definitely wide. Nice and wide. You have some space to really move. So it started way back in 2002. 2002, they started doing research, and they actually asked people, regular people, all the way up to engineering companies, to devise what they would do with the Highline, how they would transform it. And actually, those plans were on display at the, I think it was either the Guggenheim or the Met. I want to say the Guggenheim, though. But basically, all the different schemes were on display. And then finally, they went with this hybrid design here. And the first section was opened in 2003. Oh, here's that cool sculpture here. It's pretty neat. The hustle and the bustle. The hustle and the bustle. Now, see, this building is funny. So this is the building that was in that picture I just showed you guys. This building used to be concrete on the outside, done in that beautiful brutalist form. But as you see, they have now covered it in glass to make it look pretty. They changed the look of that building completely just for Hudson Yards. You got your new Real ID? Nice. Just that really cool sculpture. Wow, this is like it's like a floating plaza here, as we're now above above 11th Avenue. Got a shot of the Neiman Marcus, which nobody goes to, except for the rich people. Wow. This is kind of amazing. It's like a floating plaza. And look at this sculpture here. It's really neat. That's pretty neat. And look at the edge. Look at the edge. Let's try to zoom in on that. Look at that. Huh. Wow. Now it feels like a whole new neighborhood. Now it feels like a whole new, we're in the city of the future. Isn't that cool? And then look at this view, down the avenue here. This is insane. Yeah. Kind of look like melted with the clouds. Yeah, when you get these glass buildings like this. That's what I like about the World Trade Center. It kind of just blends in with the clouds, like this one. As you see, the window washing crane is deployed. So just above the edge there, that's the window washing crane. That's one of probably the 2 or 3 window washing cranes on the building. That's going to be the highest observation deck in the city at a little over 1,000 feet. Pretty nice. I like this. Look at the view out here. This is I want to say this is 32nd Street. That's wild. That's wild. All right. What are we at here in the video here? 45 minutes exactly. 45 minutes exactly. Let's continue on. Let's see if we could get a ticket to go walk up the vessel. Let's see. Nice spot to chill, I tell you that much. Hopefully it stays in shade like the way it is right now. Most of the day. So it's a nice cool area to kind of get away from it all. Look at that. It's so wide on this section. It's really nice. And you get a really good idea of the train tracks here. You got the train tracks just right here in the middle of it all. I can see the signal's getting a little weird, so if the signal gets weird, you just restart the stream and that should work. But we're holding it. We are maintaining. Got a few vendors around here selling some Highline merch right here. My day's going great, boss. Most of everyone tipped today. Nobody got hurt in the tours. We had no mechanicals. We had no flat tires. Everyone, for the most part, spoke English. So today was a fantastic day. And do you like this nonsense? Smash the like button. Let the algorithm know you love me. And don't forget to follow Naboul. If you're not following Naboul already, he's bringing you some great content out there in the south of France. As we turn the corner into Hudson Yards. There we are. We are underneath the vessel. I mean, underneath the shed. Ooh, we can see inside of we can see inside. We can see inside. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, this is cool. This is cool. Look at this performance space. Wow. Let's see if I could. Wow, the volume of space in there is insane. Wow, this whole thing here, all these walls here open up. Yes, and even a thumbs down helps out the algorithm, exactly. Wow. Look at that. That is amazing. That is amazing. Wow. Look at all the lighting. Can you see all the lighting rigs on the other side? I'm like a little kid right now. I really do love this kind of stuff, you know. It's infrastructure, it's building, it's the city, you know. Lorenzo, good to see you. So this is called the shed, and this is a dynamic structure. This whole thing moves back and creates an open space here. It's kind of cool, and here's the wheels of it. The wheels are right here. Gives you a great size comparison right there with these guys smoking here. But these things are pretty big. And this whole structure here moves. And then, of course, this is our vessel right here. Now, let's see if we did what we did last time. Let's see if we could do it. It's just jumping in here. You hear the conversations and the people and the... Wow. Yes, exactly. He's a top viewer. He doesn't miss a broadcast. Exactly. Have you noticed that? Can you imagine? Let's see if they're giving out tickets. Let's see if they're giving out tickets for the vessel. He or she may be watching right now. Absolutely. Let me see here. I'm watching how people are walking around here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Are they giving out tickets? Oh yeah. Look at this. All right. Let's do it. What time is it? It is 4:18. I got a lot of people asking questions here.
Tickets are free. My next time slot is 6:20. 6:20 to 7:20.
6 o'clock. All right. We're not climbing up right now. I'm not waiting until 6 o'clock. That is for sure. I gotta wait till 6 o'clock. Oh well. Watch the replay. We climbed the vessel already twice already, so. Oh well. Oh well. We still get to ride the funicular. That's all that matters. We still get to ride. But now you see how it works, folks. You come here on any given day, and now they're giving out tickets. Like, you know, we don't have to wait 2 hours. You know. So you could come out here and get tickets for the same day. But yeah, too late. It's okay. We already climbed this thing a bunch of times. But this whole structure here, this is a shed. This whole thing moves back, and as you see, there's a little indentation here for it to fold into. So it's a dynamic structure. It is a dynamic structure that creates an outdoor space. And look, you remember the last time we were here, that everyone was walking on the rocks? This is why you're not supposed to walk on the rocks. They were going to create more plaza. They're creating more plaza out here. Look at that. Oh, and there's a helicopter taking off. We had a helicopter recently crash right there, if anyone remembers that. Hopefully they fly safely to their destination. All right, let me get my Metro card ready. Look at this crowd here just staring at the vessel. There's Abby. Good to see you, Abby. Everyone follow Abby. She makes some fantastic videos out there in the Netherlands. I had some lovely people from The Hague actually on my tour today. And they were really, really nice. They were so nice. They were so nice. They tipped really nice. They were just nice people. Just got the notification. That's weird. Oh, YouTube. You wacky kid, you. All right. So unfortunately, we just finished walking up the Highline, including the new section called the Spur. And unfortunately, we couldn't get tickets to climb the vessel because the next timed tickets are for 6:30. Avi is on YouTube and Twitter. Hit up the Highline on your birthday. Good to see you, Star. Look, it's somebody's birthday over here. Somebody's turning, I think, 13. Unless they're turning 31. No, I'm pretty sure she's 13. Shall we do a weird, creepy happy birthday to a 13-year-old girl? Happy birthday. The people watching here is intense. Such a mix of people who live out here and lots of tourists. I wish I was turning 13. Oh man, we're having way too much fun. I think Abby got the notification on YouTube because YouTube doesn't do notifications on Twitter. There you go. Everyone follow Abby. Do me a favor. All right, how far are we in the video? We are 55 minutes into the video. Get into the white van, girls. What's wrong with me? What is? I told you guys that, I'm a little wacky today. Because you shared on Twitter. Okay, cool. Thanks for sharing on Twitter. Jackie Dorsey's Twitter. Now with 1/3 less bots. All right. It is time. It is time to go underground. I'm ready to go home. My feet hurt. I have World's Fair feet. It's time for me to go home. I get to work tomorrow. Yay. Because somebody hurt themselves. So I get to do my tours over the Brooklyn Bridge tomorrow. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do tomorrow for a video, to be quite honest. Well, tomorrow is Friday. And Governor's Island stays open late on Friday nights. So I just might bite the bullet and stay out in the city and stay on Governor's Island until we'll do a sunset. We'll do a sunset broadcast. Right? Wouldn't that be fun? I'll see you later, Wilbs. Have a great day driving Driving around the Northern Line. Sounds like you, always goofing around. It's a good thing. Keeps you young. It keeps you young. Let me get my Metro card ready because now what we're going to do, it is time. Good to see you, Guy Heyman. Driving those roads of America. It's that time. It's time to ride 34th Street funicular. And I think I have to put money on my Metro card. Yes, I got to put money on my Metro card. All right. So you get to see me use the Metro card machine. I will teach you how to use a Metro card vending machine right now. Here in Governor's Island 2 yourself. You've never been there. I visited Roosevelt Island for the first time on Memorial Day. Awesome. I got to get to Roosevelt Island. I got to ride the tram. Yep, the 34th Street funicular, Coney Island, Jim. Good to see you. Coney's doing very well. I was out in Coney yesterday doing the funny face photo shoot yesterday. So Coney's doing very well. The Cyclone was running gorgeous last night. I don't use an unlimited. No. I don't ride the subway enough to use an unlimited. You got to ride the subway like at least twice a day every month or whatever. I don't do that. I ride the subway at most 5 days a week. You may go out for sunset. Oh, okay. You're back in Brooklyn, Jim. I thought you were out in. I thought you were with family. Well, my feet hurt, so I am not doing sunset. My feet hurt. My dogs are barking. My dogs are barking. And I'm ready. I'm so ready to leave at 5. Okay, cool. You have an Easy Pay Metro card. Nice. No more bonuses anymore. They actually got rid of the bonuses, unfortunately. All right. So we're gonna do our. Let me get my debit card out. Here is Brenda. She's our station manager. Brenda, your funicular better be running, lady, or you're getting an email. I am not gonna put money on my Metro card in French. Gonna touch the wrong button. All right. I cannot wait until we get the tap to pay system. It's gonna be so convenient. All right, we all know my debit pin. We all know my pin, right? 55555. All right. Yeah, Brenda does manage way too many stations. She's way overworked. All right. Oh, yeah, don't take my card again. No, I don't want receipts. I'll see you later, Brenda. Your funicular better be working. All right, here we go, guys. It is time to have some fun in the funicular. Funicular is a nice word, a nice way of saying sideways moving elevator. All right. Let's see if it's working. All right, hi, Brenda. All right, skip the long lines. All right, let's see. Oh, ooh, right away. Right away. Where is the closed doors? Good. There was somebody about to run into the funicular. Well, we got it all to ourselves. Hang on tight, kids. We're riding the funicular. Whoa! Ho, ho, ho! Way! It's the most intense ride in 34th Street. It's the 34th Street funicular. Yeah, the lines have been long at the vending machines recently. Whee! I am the only person. I feels like I'm the only person who rides the funicular. Ridiculous. Whee! Put your arms up. Put your hands up. Everybody, put your hands up. It's good. A good time. Yeah, it would be fun faster. You hear that, MTA? Did you hear that, MTA? Oh, I'm just screaming here like a maniac. This is fantastic. Right when we get near the edge, it's going to slow down. You just walk back to the Port Authority, yeah. I'm gonna take the 7 train to the N train. That's too intense. Close your eyes. That's right. They're riding the funicular. Oh, see, because they got bags. You see, if you have bags and luggage, or if you're in like a wheelchair, you obviously ride the funicular. Now, it slows down greatly right when we get to the doorwell here. I can fall asleep on it too. It's a very relaxing ride. Now, let's gonna watch. I want to see if I can. And boom! You really feel it slow down right there. Yay! It's the funnest ride on 34th Street. That's right. Grammy Zimmer for the pasta. Anyway, we made it. We made it. We're now underground. We're gonna hop on our number 7 train. Yeah, London does have. London has quite a few funiculars, actually. London has quite a few funiculars. Another successful ride on the 34th Street funicular. We may not be able to ride the Cyclone as much anymore, but we could always ride the funicular. Ooh, there go my cabs. Ooh, there go my cabs. Hey now. I did a lot of walking and moving around today. All right, guys. We made it. We have made it. We have walked the entire completed Highline Park, and now we're in 34th Street, Hudson Yards. We have made it. All right, guys. No, the Cyclone is not under construction. It's just we can't live stream on there anymore. They are, Adam. They are. All right, guys. I'll see you soon, guys. Have a great New York Day, whether you live here or not. Hug your loved ones. Cherish the moments. And good afternoon and good night, Mrs. Calabash. Wherever you are. Yep. No more phones allowed on the live. No more phones allowed on the rides. I'll see you later, folks. Bye-bye. Bye, guys. You're more than welcome.
Sir, you following me, sir?